What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared, and we're talking everything in Mandalorian Episode 3. But before I get into my spoiler-free, and then obviously spoiler breakdown, let me know what you guys thought if you were able to check out Episode 3. Is this one of your favorites? Is it not so much? Are you loving the way that this show is going? Let me know in the comments down below, because I absolutely loved Episode 3. Just getting into the spoiler-free, it's continuing the story, and it's going in a direction that I very much appreciate. The Episode 2, I personally thought was a filler episode. This one, this is maybe my favorite episode so far, and everything in it worked. The action, the cinematography, the way that it's taking the story, the way the characters are going, expanding a little bit more on the lore of the group of Mandalorians, and the overall universe, and actually the bounty hunters as well. Yeah, very, very good episode. And I guess my final thoughts before I get into the spoiler breakdown is, this is only Episode 3. I cannot imagine where Episode 5, 6, 7 is going to go in this series, because this is ramped up to 11, seriously. Okay, spoilers. We're getting into the spoilers right now. If you have not seen this, get the heck out of here. Watch Episode 3. Come back. Listen to this, and let's discuss in the comments down below what you thought of Episode 3. Getting into the spoilers. Okay. The Mandalorian delivers the Baby Yoda. We don't know what we're calling it. We're calling it Baby Yoda. Delivers it, and the amount of bounty that he gets for this is insane. In Episode 1, he gets one of the metal pieces to make his shoulder armor. He gets basically, it's an ice cream container full of like 16 different metal pieces. So my first thought is, and this is exactly where this leads, is he is going to get some badass armor and weapon upgrades. And that's what I said after seeing Episode 1. I wanted to see more of this almost video game-esque, this character getting more powerful, getting better weapons and armor, and that's exactly what we get in like the following scene. Before we jump into that, though, the people that he delivers this Baby Yoda to, they're very much Imperials. They're doing some shady stuff. I think that what they're doing is they're trying to clone it. Because the dude, what I read online, and I couldn't find the side-by-side comparison, the signet on the dude's arm is apparently tied back to Kamino and the cloning. So I think that they're trying to clone this, but use it for nefarious purposes. We'll come back to that, but going back over to the Mandalorian, he gets literally a whole armor upgrade and weapon upgrades. He gets these whistling bird, literally like missile piercing things that come out of his arm that we get to see in full force. It's amazing how well they are taking this character and how powerful you can show the character just from the appearance. When he's also in the Mandalorian, I guess, underground, you can tell that there's conflict between each of the individual Mandalorians, but as a group, they're sticking together because of their religion, their group, their code almost. But we do get a little bit more exposure to the other Mandalorians. Like, there's this one big brooding character that you do not want to mess with at all. But as his armor is being made, you get these almost flashbacks from what it looks like the Clone Wars, and why he probably doesn't like droids to begin with, because his village and his parents are attacked by what it looks like his super attack droids from the Clone Wars, obviously, and they die that way. So that's why I think he has a thing against droids. And then also my theory is the reason that Yoda, the Baby Yoda, is somewhat, they have this unspoken bond, is because I think he gets a glimpse through the Clone Wars of these attack droids going after him. I think that Yoda is going to show up, slicing this dude in half, and that's why he has this connection, because Baby Yoda looks like what he remembers, this thing that saved him when he was a child. That's my theory. We'll see if it pays off. Continuing with the episode, though, the one negative I will say, or not negative, but this is the way the season is going to go, is these are about 30 to 40-minute episodes. This one was about 36. Again, I want longer episodes, but the amount that they're paying and the way that they're crafting this story, it's going to be a 4-hour movie at the end of it. If you haven't watched any of this yet and you don't care about being in the know, definitely wait and watch it all at once. And I'm going to rewatch it because it's going to be this epic movie. But this episode, the last half of this episode is just ramped up to 11. Pure action, him just kicking ass, everyone kicking ass. So the Mandalorian breaks in, steals Baby Yoda back, but he is doing all of this crazy stuff. He's using his blaster, he's using his, I guess, grappling hook, he's using his flamethrower. Like, he barbecues this stormtrooper that my jaw was like, I cannot believe that we are getting what I wanted for years, what Boba Fett and a Boba Fett video game, Star Wars 1313, and we're getting it on the screen for the first time, and it is amazing. But he also uses, we see these whistling birds in action that they mentioned earlier, and it is amazing. He just basically clicks a button, and it's like, and just tears these 4 stormtroopers that have him surrounded, just tears them apart. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this episode is the best episode of the 3 so far. No, we're not even into the next part. So it's mentioned earlier when he's picking up his bounty from Carl Weathers' character that everyone in the bar had gotten the same bounty. All of a sudden, one by one, all of their bounty trackers go off. And I'm like, oh crap, he has to make it through town to get back to his ship to get off the planet. As he does that, all of the bounty hunters come out. And there's this huge shootout, and obviously we get back to the Mandalorian's like rifle. He disintegrates a bunch of people. They are just shooting. He is pinned down, and this is the reason this episode was actually directed by Deborah Chow, and I now know why she got the job of directing all of the Kenobi series, because this episode is awesome, because the Mandalorian is being pinned down by all of these bounty hunters. I'm like, oh no, how is he gonna get out of this? All of a sudden we get like 5 Mandalorians, jetpacks, lasers, this one guy with like just a heavy machine gun, just like or with the lasers. This episode felt like it could have been the end of the series, because we get so many special effects and amazing things from these Mandalorians. Jetpacks included, armor, different sizes, different shapes, different weapons. It's amazing. And now that they're kind of exposed, I think that the Mandalorian group is going to have to go off into a different area, different planet, different land. And then the Mandalorian takes Baby Yoda and he goes off, and it's this unspoken bond, because there's this little lever in his ship that earlier in the episode, the Baby Yoda takes the little ball off the top, and now he gives the ball to him. So he is a very cold character. He doesn't take off his mask. He's always in this Mandalorian garb, but he's very much has this connection with this little tiny Baby Yoda. So future episodes, I have a feeling that there's going to be a flashback that Yoda 100% saves this Mandalorian when he's young. Continuing with the story, there's got to be a meetup with Gina Carano's character. I think the Mandalorian is going to build like this almost ragtag group of his own. He's going to go back and probably get Nick Nolte's character, and then also the IG droid played by Taika Waititi is somehow going to come back. You can't just have this cool, amazing looking character and just toss him aside. But episode 3 right now, if I had to rank these episodes, episode 3 is number 1 in my book, just purely based on the action and the also armor upgrades, because I'm loving the video game aspects of this show. I keep tying it back to video games. For some reason, that's the way my mind is thinking, but that's what I loved about episode 3. Anyways, what did you guys think of episode 3? Was it your favorite? Was it not so favorite? Were you just loving every second of this and now know why Deborah Chow is directing Kenobi? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits. Later this weekend, I have a Knives Out review, Irishman review, maybe Frozen 2, maybe something else. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. Follow all my social media. Click that subscribe button. It seriously helps me out. Like this video. Share this video out. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'll see you later.